Hi, I am Ashley Kelly, CrossFit Generation, and this is lesson plan 6, lesson planning part 2. For the homework, I chose option 1, which had a part A of 4 sets of 7 back squats and a part B of 10 rounds for time, 100-meter run, 10 alternating dumbbell snatch at 50 and 35 pounds. And that came with a time stimulus of 10 to 15 minutes, part B. You guys came up with that. I believe each round's going to take about a minute to a minute and a half. The run will take about 30 seconds. The snatches will take about 30 seconds, maybe a little transition time in between that. So about a minute to a minute and a half per round takes you to that 10 to 15 minutes. Part A, I put a time stimulus of that on at 12 minutes. And the reason I did that is because I would probably do this one set every 3 minutes. That would give each athlete about a minute, maybe less, to do those 7 reps, and then about 2 minutes in between each set, giving us a part A time stimulus of around 12 minutes. So putting that into a lesson plan, we want to prioritize part A. The reason I say I want to give the most attention to those back squats is because it's a bit of a higher level skill. It's definitely something that we want to work on the quality of the movement. And it's definitely something that we're going to need time to build up to. We need to really work on that mobility of getting to that full depth of the squat. And so I want to prioritize part A in this warm up. Part B, not that it's not important, but both of those movements, running and dumbbell snatches, are a little bit of a lower skill. They're definitely more beginner friendly. And it's something that you can do with kind of minimal instruction and movement. So I want to prioritize part A in this workout. So getting into the timeline of class, we're going to do the whiteboard brief. We're going to put the first 4 minutes there. And then we also want to obviously make sure we have those 7 minutes for the cool down. So we'll start the cool down by 53. We know part B is going to take 10 to 15 minutes. So I want to give that 15 minutes there. We want to start that by the 38-minute mark. And then of course, we want to make sure we give time for the bathroom. So bathroom will start around the 35-minute mark. And because we're going to be doing back squats in part A, where we are going to be using a lot of weight that we don't need for part B, I'm also going to give them that time to put their weights away and clean that up. So we want to start cleaning up by the 32-minute mark. And then again, part A, giving that as a 12-minute stimulus, we need to start part A by the 20-minute mark. So that really only gives us 16 minutes for a warm-up, which is not a lot of time. So the way that I would break that down, I would spend the first 5 minutes of a general warm-up, and that would include things like running or running drills, definitely some mini band activation for the shoulders and for the hips and the glutes, things like Spider-Mans, things like squat and sway, maybe some press-ups, and then I would also include in that general warm-up some dumbbell deadlifts, dumbbell presses, just to get ready those shoulders ready for part B as well. And then moving into that specific by that 9-minute mark, we'll start looking at things like back squat initiations, maybe some above parallel squats, some tempo squats, and then that full range of motion back squat in that specific warm-up for about 5 minutes. So that should take us about the 14-minute mark. And then I would give the athletes time to build up to their working weight for that back squat, those sets of 7. So maybe about 3 to 4 sets to work up to 70 to 75% or whatever that percentage that they're going to be working part A with. So we'll start that at the 14-minute mark, which will take us up to part A. So that's my lesson plan for lesson 6.